Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Ukrainians attacked Crimea with about 25 drones last night, and they also attacked Moscow with, I think, 3 drones. 3. Now, the Ukrainians say, no, we didn't attack Moscow, but I think they confirmed they attacked Crimea. I made a video regarding the Moscow attack, and this is the video on Crimea attack. So obviously the Russians will say that they foiled the attack. Probably the Ukrainians will say no, all the targets have been destroyed. So let's start with the Russians first, which I don't really believe most what anyone says anyway, but we gotta look at both sides. July 30th, 2023, Ukrainian, and I'm quoting, terrorist attack on Crimea foiled. Russia said, now these guys learned from the Ukrainians, all of Kiev, actually from the human nature, all of Kiev's UAVs were either downed by air defenses or neutralized by electronic warfare, the defense ministry has said. The Ukrainians did the same thing. They started with, we destroyed some, we destroyed this and that, and then now they destroy almost all. They are shy. The Ukrainians are still shy to say that they destroyed the Kinzhals or the Onyx. Right now the Onyx are those are the ship missiles from the coastal. So they launch and they go high and then go fly very low. Therefore the Ukrainian air defenses cannot detect them in time and destroy them. So that's the big problem right now. They're not hypersonic missiles, but just because they fly 10 meters to 15 meters altitude, that's supposedly they are very good, which seems to be the case here. So let's see what happened. Russian forces have intercepted a Ukrainian attack on the Crimean peninsula involving 25 drones, the defense ministry in Moscow has said, adding that the raid caused no casualties or destruction. All right, let's see where that is. So we go to these guys right here, and we have the Crimean peninsula located right here. So the drones attacked the Crimea, 25 drones. The Russians say they destroyed them all. The Ukrainians probably will say no, they all hit the target. So let's go back to the Russians and see what they say. In a statement early on Sunday, the ministry said Moscow has repelled, and I'm quoting, an attempt by the Kiev regime to carry out a terrorist attack with 25 aircraft type unmanned aerial vehicles, end quote, on facilities in Crimea. It said 16 Ukrainian drones were shot down by Russian air defenses, while another 9 were suppressed by electronic warfare and crashed near Cape Tarkankut in the western part of the peninsula. I have to add that yesterday the Ukrainians destroyed or attacked successfully this little bridge right here. Okay, I can't remember how it's called, but I made a video on that one. This is by Zankoy. They destroyed this one again. They did it a while ago, now again. So I don't know what to say, my friends. Those air defense systems work just fine, it seems like. So that's with this. Let's go to the Ukrainians and see what they say. The New Voice of Ukraine today, July 30th, 2023. The Russian Defense Ministry says about 25 drones attacked Crimea overnight. An Iranian-made Shahid attack drone. Well, are you using them now too? Stupid. Up to 25 drones swarmed over Ukraine's Russian-occupied Crimea in the early hours of July 30th in what looked to be one of the largest claimed attacks on the peninsula since Russia began its military occupation of Ukrainian territory. Well, we gotta know that one. In 2014. Well, yeah, indeed. I didn't hear about so many drones attacking Crimea ever before. And when I do my daily update, when the Russians are, updating their sites, so I can use both sides, the Russians now claim, we downed, for instance, in 1 or 2, like for instance, if you see here on this little, this is an example. You see how these bullets are right here? This is what the Russians are saying. So usually they say, well, one drone, maximum two drones downed by them. But nowadays, this guy starts, I have some five drones down, three drones down, and so on. I've never had so many reported. Here's just one drone, but all over. Usually here there were reports about more than one drone being downed. Shot down a Ukrainian drone, one drone. So I don't know. They're upping their game. Not in this case. I couldn't find any. But let's see what Ukrainians are saying about it. There you go. So the press service of the Russian Ministry of Defense reported the attack on its channel on Telegram Messenger claimed Ukraine was behind the attack, but that it has been stopped, end quote. I mean, these guys called here, allegedly or something. I mean, who else would attack them? French or something? Not impossible, but anyway. And I'm quoting the ministry's post. Tonight, an attempt by the Kiev regime to carry out a terrorist attack with 25 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles on objects in the territory of the Crimean peninsula was stopped, end quote. What do you mean? The drones landed and hit the targets? That's how they stopped. It gave no other evidence that the attack actually occurred, however. The ministry claims that the Russian air defenses in Crimea managed to shoot down 16 of the attacking drones, while the other 9 were allegedly brought down by means of radio-electronic warfare. They said none of the drones reached their targets, but fell into the waters of the Black Sea and Cape Tarkankut. There were no injuries or damage. Now, meanwhile, on the night of Sunday, July 30th, Moscow was attacked by unknown drones. So I covered that in another video. So now the Ukrainians not even claim they did it. So maybe just the Russians. I'm guessing this was a point of this article. One of them was, well, actually, we didn't launch any drone attacks, so the Russians are made up stuff. That means, inventing stuff to make the Crimean population feel safe. Hey, we downed all 3,000 drones attacking our peninsula. See how good we are? So when, 2 or 3 drones were going to hit you in the head, there would be 3 out of 50 million drones launched by Ukrainians. So we're good. Could be. Not impossible. But I'm going to wait for Ukrainians to provide some footage on the attacks. Successful attacks. Otherwise, it's going to be, that's it. No evidence, as they said, no evidence. The Russians did not provide any evidence. The Russians as well, we destroyed them and we, made them go down before they reached the peninsula. Well, whatever it is, I believe. I'm inclined to think that it's not impossible whatever. I don't think these guys downed them all. It's not impossible. So as a possibility, everything is impossible. Everything is possible. What the hell? Boom. Possible. The Russians downed them all. It's possible that the Ukrainians launched the 25. Now, the probability that the Ukrainians launched 25, I can see it 98%. And the probability that the Russians downed them all, I would give, I don't know, 30%. Come on, at least one, right? One that these guys like, oh my God, we forgot about that one. So as an accident, it's not impossible, but a probability that all of them, it's a little bit hard for me to swallow. $5. Anyway, this is it, my friends. I think the attack occurred. Now the outcome is obviously different from both sides. Destroyed all. Probably all of them reach the targets. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.